Hello there, everyone. This is Iron Mark 3, and welcome to a run on Frostpunk. Actually, yes, welcome to Frostpunk, the Frozen City survival game, where you have to make some pretty rough moral choices as you try to preserve what is left of your fragment of humanity. Or something along those lines. So yeah, I mentioned it on Discord, and it's like there was some people saying, "Hey, you know what? We'd like to see some of that." And I thought, you know what? Let's actually go ahead and do this. So, clicking to endless mode. I mentioned it on the Discord because this last weekend, Frostpunk 2's announcement trailer came out, and there was a free trial weekend and big discounts and things, so I shared the news a bit. And I'm looking forward to the second game, honestly, now that I know it's coming. I'm curious to see what they do with it, but for now, I did pick up the DLCs, but I've not actually tried them yet. I didn't have them before, so I'm going to stay off the builders, stay off Serenity. I'm going to play Endurance, the traditional mode, the way it's meant to be played. Well, technically it's the first way it's played, but yeah. But as a result, I'm also not going to play the DLC maps because, as I said, I've not played the DLCs. So, Rifts is off the limits. Hanging Rock, maybe, but it says it's based on the Winterhome map, which I think was one of the campaign maps. Snowdrift, Refugees map. Oh yeah, that's another one. The scenario map. Sorry, not campaign, scenario. Frozen Grove, based on the Arcs map. Crags, just random thing with lots of jutting rocks. But we're going to make something somewhat compacted here. So we're going to play Canyon, is what I'm thinking here. So very small area, kind of restricted, but definitely a thing. But we're going to play this Endurance on default settings, I think. So medium. I'm not cranking it up to extreme, just because we're here to kind of chill out a little bit, just have like a bit of city building fun. So that's all we're trying to do. So here we go. This is honestly good timing as well, because it's like literally a few days ago I was just sitting back reflecting, and it's like, you know what? My channel seems to have turned into a whole bunch of FPS games with like a third-person game in the form of EDF 5, which I should have seen coming slightly, but I didn't realise it had. So I was thinking, you know what, I kind of want to get a city builder in here somewhere. And it's like, hey, some people want to see Frostpunk. And I've recently gone back to playing Frostpunk again, because I've gone back to playing Frostpunk like several times a year, usually. Honestly, it keeps drawing me back every once in a while. And so here we are. Frostpunk. Huzzah! Though that said, channel-wise, I think the last time this... let's give this a name. Let's be optimistic. The Ice Cube. And I'll pause it immediately. Right. Last time this really happened on my channel was like... There's a bit of steel all the way down there by itself. There's some trees, coal deposits. A lot of the resources are nearby, it seems. There's some remote coal deposits, coal piles and things up there. Okay. That was when I was streaming this, so this is my first attempt, I think, to actually turn this into an episodic content. So we'll have to see how this goes. But yeah, I was just trying to orient myself a little bit. So, something I'm going to do is Book of Laws immediately, because of course we get that every 24 hours. And Adaption. We're not in a scenario, so there's no need to restrict ourselves in what we try and do here. What I'm pondering is, do I want to go for easy mode, quote unquote, which is child labour? Yes, the kids must work to earn their keep. Send the children off to the mines and all that jazz. But yeah, basically easy mode is what's viewed this for. So it's like this is the easier option because it gets you like an extra shift, an extra work crew starting out, and then you get more and more as you expand your population and you get more kids, because you always send the kids out to do work jobs and things. So you'll wind up with like easily like 3 or 4 extra crews fairly quickly, like partway through your game. So, you know, at some point it becomes a challenge to figure out whether you can put those kids unless you enact child labour for all jobs, which gives them a risk of death and stuff. So, you know. But I think I'll play on the good side, quote-unquote, for this one, because child shelters do give some bonuses, like you can get extra medical efficiency or engineering efficiency during the daytime for those, if you do have child shelters. So it's like, there are benefits going the other way, but keeping the kids safe is not as beneficial as enacting child labour. And I hope that in the next game they do a bit more to differentiate the two, because if you want efficiency, effectiveness, yada yada, you want to send the kids out to work, yes. But since I'm not doing that, I'm going to go into emergency shift and then extended shifts. So we'll begin with that one. Though if we play our cards right, we don't need emergency shift at all, except for this initial one, which is always a good idea to have. So let's begin. We need initial construction, we need our workshops going out. What I'm thinking is I will position this 3 away, like that. That'll do, yeah. Just making sure I've got this in lined up. And just because I like to see the pistony bit on it, so I'll do that, do that. Roads out. Can't quite do that as it turns out because I got slightly over ambitious with that, but that's okay. Because we need to send out our work crews as well. So, wood crates, go. Steel wreckage. Let's get that out. That wood crates there as well. Get the coal pile, yes. And I think, yeah, we'll need a bit of coal, so I'll go and deploy some onto the other wood crates over here. So this is where immediately that having the kids around would help, because we've got 15 kids. So that's, as you see, that's an entire work shift there. That'd be very handy. But we begin.
Work time. Get moving.
There we go. Already got that. Already built up some wood. We can immediately make the connections required. We will immediately assign our spare 5 engineers to that. And we need to get some tech rolling. Which in this case I think is going to be fast to gather. Which happens as soon as that goes up. There we go. Also we need to pull 5 back engineers immediately. I admit, while I was messing around before deciding to do this series, I was actually playing with child labour on active, and so I can tell you it is actually a bit of a difference straight out the gate. But yeah, get the faster research going to compensate, and just begin harvesting. Just let it go. And I like the crackly blue things that are appearing on there. Very tasty. Also, yes, I am ignoring the fact I've got 80 people that are currently out and about without a home. Let's get the beacons out for seconds. See if we can get a beacon rolling straight away. Oh, that was the shift end sound. So I'm going to the workshop. I'm going to hit emergency shift. Massive spike in discontent. But a trick here is that in general, the first emergency shift is all but guaranteed to not cause casualties. So it's a free way to get some early tech rolling. I'm just getting rid of all these pop-ups over here. And of course, this is why I didn't build any housing. No roofs over our heads. We get this thing because we haven't done anything about shelter. I mean, why should we care about caring for our people? Why should they be comfortable? But yeah, this goes as a very easy 2 days to provide shelter for either 40 or 80 people. And we should have more than enough wood to do this immediately. So just do this, provide shelter for everyone. And we are going to actually be nice I know, I'm actually being nice to the people who serve him. But we can just slap that straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Easy as pie. And we've still got 42 wood left over as well, so that is all just fine and dandy. Well, that said, for tomorrow, I'm going to pull people off that wood pile. And I was going to send them to that steel pile. In fact, I will send them to that steel pile. That steel pile is somewhat isolated, so that would be a very good idea to do that. Let's check. Temperature will drop in another day. So it's safe for people to be out and about as is, but resource posts are just flat out more efficient, though. So I want to harvest these guys if I can. And in fact, I didn't realise that was a wood crate there, so let's pull some people around and reassign them, because, you know, workday's over. Let's do that. Go for that one, go for that one, yes. You should want to be going full bore as well, so go for that one. These guys are going to get resource harvesting on gathering posts, at the very least. And I'll just put one, I think, there. And one, that's as close as we can get it, because we want to try and keep travel time as low as possible. So put one there. Yes, that's consumed all our available steel. But these posts can gather steel, so that's okay. And now we just need to get a road out here to everything, which we can't quite. That's okay. One of them will be fully functional. Also, we're about to hit 10 o'clock. So, another small mechanic thing here. Probably really well known in general, I suspect. But, if your generator isn't on around the midnight hours, then guaranteed people are going to get sick no matter what, because the heating is flat out down in the midnight hours / early morning. So, firing up your generator towards 10 o'clock lets it get up to pressure and try to prevent that. Also, I should... No, I'm out of wood. That's okay. We might get some sick people, but probably nothing too major. But there you go. A big boost to hope. We've got beacons, and... Ooh, that's something, actually. Cancel that one for now. Because I forgot to take into account we've got research running flat out. So, what do I want? Sawmill, please. Yes, extra resource gathering. There's a clump of trees right next to us as well, which we want cleared out. I don't want to waste the trees, so I want to get there as soon as possible. We've got 10 people free, which I'll throw straight into that harvesting spot, which is coal and wood. And that's fine. There you go. New law. Also, yes, we had our first sick people starting to pop up. So, next up, adaption. This is a priority thing here, extended shifts. Sure, it increases discontent, but it also increases the workday from 10 hours to 14 hours. 40% more work time. The people are going to complain, but hey, who cares?
Hear me, hear me. New law in the
There we go.
city.
Discontent jumps up because it's unpopular. Father used to tell us we're lucky to work 10 hours a day. Yeah. And 10 hours is enough, suppose, in our circumstances. So, you know, they're somewhat understanding. We've got good hope, and discontent's low, so the tone of these things does change to reflect that a bit. But we are going to kick things in immediately to extended hours. This one is locked into 24-hour mode at the moment. So that's all that. And we're also going to kick the harvesting out here into overdrive as well, because we want that scooped up literally as fast as possible. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Okay. And yes, we've got 3 people off sick right now, but so we need to deal with that. We just need some wood, so we'll take care of that on the morrow. But if we hadn't got the generator up, then the housing up, that would have been a bit worse. There we go. Sawmills out. Good. Good. Got some wood, but not quite enough for running the tech and getting a post out, which is what I wanted. So, we'll continue our efforts out here. And that is, I think Hunter's Gear is probably... no, we don't quite need that yet. Steelworks, yeah, Steelworks, a reliable source of steel. Let's grab that one. Though there's two things I'm currently saving for. One is the beacon, which requires a whole bunch of steel and a bit of wood. But the other thing is we want a medical post as soon as possible now. 25. There it is. Medical post, pop that there. Pull out the engineers, because we want those guys to go and build that. In fact, let's pull these guys out as well. And hey, it's time to start the workday, but that's okay. Just get that. Just attend to the people. Tend to the people. I'm sorry. It's like, this is like the fun part of the game. Like the bread and butter, really, I think, is actually the struggle to get the game stable. That is the meat of the game, for the most part. And I think we are getting a temperature drop tomorrow. Let's check our temperatures really quick. You are at livable, so we don't care about that just yet. Though there is a 2-level drop a day after that. Well, a day and a half after that. No, 2 days after that. I should learn to read this thing, shouldn't I? 2 days. So we'll need the heaters to be able to deal with that there, because right now at livable, it's going to drop to chilly, then it's going to drop to cold, then freezing cold. So we need to get 2 levels into the gathering posts by then, as well as a more powerful generator. Because right now the tents are just fine, but I think we'll need either housing or a level 2 generator when that little cold front hits, so we need to be careful. I think, looking at the timing of it, let's go ahead and pick up Hunter's Gear. And of course we've also got enough for the beacons, so let's actually get a beacon out. Need to think where to put it. Oh, there's a steel spot right there. Right, beacon. I want this to be far enough away that it's not going to be within the generator's heat range. 4, which puts it in this row here. That's okay. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's the max possible, so let's pop it right here next to this deposit. Double check my range. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, that's okay. And then that can go... well, it can't go because there is a massive hunk of steel in the way. So that's going to have to get a temporary road all of its own. That's okay. We can cope with that. But the important thing is we get it up. So, you guys, for now, stop. And also the fact we're at noon. I kind of forgot, I sometimes slip on this, but we're at -20, right? That means we can do this and shut down the generator, so we're not burning coal. Because at this temperature, people won't get sick, we're still livable. Heck, we're probably still fine doing it when we get this first temperature drop over here, though I'll keep an eye on it. But it's okay for the generator to be down when temperatures are at this level. And there's also the fact that I stopped gathering coal as well, so that, you know, that's a kind of a factor. Wood crates depleted, that one there, that's fine. I can put the crew onto that. I think what I want to do is... I think a gathering post out here is my next thing. I mean, I was going to do that, but then I ran out of resources. So I'll pop one there and connect that road up. And the other thing I want to do is I want to get a sawmill going now. And I wanted to collect as many trees as I can get it to collect. So that is like there, because it's getting the ones around... oh, that's a tree zone, sorry, not a a metal zone. That's a tree zone. That's an iron zone. Okay. But again, temporary road. Connect it. Easy peasy. No, folks, this is not time to rest. I'm going to give you other tasks pretty soon. Now we're going to get Coal Thumper. Just because these are cheap and easy techs to do. Beacons built. Okay. So we're still in good condition. We've got 167 coal, 52 wood, 25 steel. I'm about to take up a whole bunch of that wood though, because I'm going to deploy my first scouts, which requires 40. And I'm going to send them to the abandoned sawmill. Always has some wood in it, I think. Snow-covered supplies is a bit random. Mountainside cave, hit or miss. I'm going to send them to the abandoned sawmill. So a little bit of, I think, guaranteed wood is what I want there. So here is another law, and this law is also going to be somewhat useful, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do food production. So I've got two options here. I can go for soup, which counts as a poor meal. Hope will fall, discontent will rise. Eating soup will cause discontent, so they don't really like having soup. But it lets us stretch our food supplies further. Or we can stretch our food supplies a different way, which is food additives. We add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty or healthy. Sawdust meals. Hope will fall, discontent rise. Some people eating sawdust meals will fall ill. I don't like it when people get ill in this game, because ill people, they can't really work, so, you know, they tie up my medical facilities, they slack off on their jobs, that kind of thing. So soup is not as effective as sawdust in terms of stretching our food supplies, but it's also healthy, so it keeps more people actually working. So that's what I'm going to do there, just get soup going. But with that also means we need a cookhouse, which is 20 wood. We're going to have that in a few moments. And yes, there was a warning there about the generator being off, popping up, because we're just about to hit 9 o'clock. So, fires the generator. Also, I'm going to cancel a little bit of wood there to guarantee the 20. Get the cookhouse out. Turn it so the entrance is next to this main road here, and pop it down there. So yeah, that's all starting to work out quite well. And also, I'm going to tell it to make soup. 2 to 4, so it doubles for food rations, or 2 to 5, so that is a 25% boost to our food output, really. Or it's 1 to 2 or 1 to 2.5, so I don't know. It's more effective. Trust me on this. Trust me, I'm the captain. I'm the all-seeing captain. Of course you must trust me. Take my word for it. Oh yes. Now we have another issue though. This thing is chilly. It's about to drop temperature, so I really should be pulling people off that, but I don't want to. That's my thing. I don't want to. But on the other hand, I've got two groups of people that are going to be quite safe, just gathering stuff out here, as I extend the working hours on that. And I also have this place to help me with wood supply too, which is, at this stage, really vital. I just want to deplete that because it's, well, it's going to be okay. It starts at 6. And I've got one person sick out of treatment. I think I'll go for my standard, which is like I'll get a second medical post going as soon as I get the wood reserve to do so. There we go, temperature dropping. These guys are out here working. We are at 6 per hour. So like 3 or 4 hours on there, and then they'll come back in, because that pile will be done. And I think that'll be okay. Shouldn't be too bad. but I'll also get the sawmill firing as well. Extend that. It's chilly, it's alright. Chilly, yep. Yep, that's all good. And also, of course, food reserves are going to start. Get to work. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys to start working early, so get to work, damn it. But yeah, people will start getting hungry today as well, which is why I put the cookhouse up. Look at the rate of that going up. Also, coal thumper, sick absences, yes. I know about all of that. There was something I was forgetting to mention. Oh yeah, I know what I forgot to mention. Also, well, I'm going to get the next tech upgrade. And that is that the extra shifts... So the initial signing does give some discontent, but then there's a permanent modifier for every overtime shift you've got running at the same time as well. So it's a great way to ramp up discontent if you have too many tasks being worked at the same time with overtime shifts running. Thing is, it doesn't care how many people are actually working at those places. It could be one person working at a pile and it will still count the same for discontent. So don't do it. Commit all available resources as possible where you can. And there we go. That's gone. No one else got sick because it was brief. So it may be cold, but that's okay. So we have more workers. Let's throw them at the sawmill. And we have 10 more. Well, technically 15 because we're about to not need the cookhouse again for a bit. We need to think. I think. Maybe. We should start planning. We've got the temperature drop coming. I will tell it to... Resource gathering. There's only the... Oh wait, no. There's 2 steel wood out. 2 steel out there. It's cold. It's a bit late for me to be trying to get that as is. Instead, I'm going to go ahead and throw out the requisite gathering posts out here to keep my people safe and warm. And it also means I get the roads out here as well, which makes them it's safer to work out here flat out. Because I find some comments on the Discord telling here, but it's not just cold while they're in the workplace they have to worry about. They also have to worry about the cold while they're going to and fro from their job sites as well. So having a road may not do anything about the cold, but it lets them travel faster and get to the workplaces out here sooner, and so makes it safer for them to be out all the way out there. So, you know, quite useful. Though of course you do have to pay for that, but I mean that's one of the reasons I've got a sawmill going. Because this initial road construction. New book of laws. Okay. Discontent is rising. There is that. And I love to get fighting arenas going for that. I love to get fighting arenas going for that. Believe it or not, I actually do take discontent and hope pretty seriously in this game. So around this stage, around day 3 to day 4, is where I start to actually get some stuff together to try and start tackling it. So I will do that now, because I don't urgently need anything else at the moment. Fighting arena, sure, sign it. There we go. It doesn't mean I have to build one, of course, but I'm fine with that. I'm just saving my wood up, honestly, as my people are wandering out here to try and get to a new work site. Hey, tech. We have tech. And the tech I want immediately is more scouts for 20 wood, because more scouts. There's also the fact we're running a bit short on steel, so I'm also going to deploy my first steelworks as well, which I'll just slap down there. And connect, because it turned out we didn't actually need the extra medical post just yet. We're fine with one at the moment, because it is getting back on top of things quite easily. In fact, we might even be able to stand with understaffing in that thing, because we don't need it that much. Yeah, let's drop it by 2, so that's 2 engineers out. do I want to send them anywhere else? Again, I don't want to send them that far without roads and stuff to support them. Maybe, I guess I'll just have them free to help out in general.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out today.
So what's the fact that we got, well, that's just that one tree spot out here, actually. So I'll just extend it out to here to connect to that. That's going to be relatively good, and then of course we've got this cluster of wreckage out here as well, so that's all okay. But we are doing very well. We're setting up quite nicely. And yeah, I could have done what I said before and tried shutting down the generator, but the truth is we don't need to. We've got good coal supplies. We've got I didn't mind keeping the temperature on, so we're burning a little bit, but right now it's just like basic level, which is like 6 coal every hour, and our gathering posts are gathering way more than that. But I'm afraid we're also at the end of the first half hour mark too. So next time we get Book of Laws, I'll actually be going into the specialization branch rather than the adaption branch. So there is that to look forward to. And we'll also be continuing to fortify and harden ourselves, but oh, that is generous. Minus 30, minus 50, minus 40, minus 20. We're going to get back to minus 20. So unusually kind, the weather at the moment. I don't trust that. It's not going to hold. But yeah, until next time though, this has been Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show and having another city builder set running on the channel. And I'll catch you all some other time. See you all later.